They say every miracle has a cost. Rapunzel was born the night a plague swept her village. The midwife swore she saw the baby glow, a faint golden pulse beneath her skin. By morning, the plague was gone. Everyone lived, except Rapunzel's mother. The surviving villagers looked at the child with a mixture of awe and terror. A baby that saved lives, a baby that took one too. And in the crowd stood a woman with eyes too sharp to trust. Gothel did not steal Rapunzel out of love. She stole her out of obsession. She had lost her own child years ago, and something inside her snapped. The baby with glowing hair became her second chance, her replacement for the love she would never feel again. But grief, nurtured the wrong way, becomes possession. She built a tower in the forest, far from the village, far from questions. She told Rapunzel,
"People are poison. The world is too cruel. Only Mother cares about you."
Rapunzel believed her. What else does a child know except the voice that feeds her? Rapunzel grew into a lonely girl with long, heavy hair and a quiet, aching heart. There were no mirrors in the tower. Gothel had removed all of them.
"This dazzling light you possess, it attracts darkness. The world out there is cruel, and your beauty brings only danger."
So Rapunzel learned to live without her own reflection. She knew her voice, her breath, her hands, but her face was a mystery. Every night she watched the lanterns rise in the distance, never knowing they were for her. To her, they were reminders of everything she would never touch. Flynn didn't climb the tower for treasure. He climbed it because he heard a voice, soft, trembling, and so heartbreakingly beautiful that he thought it belonged to an angel. He expected danger. He found a girl who flinched when he reached for her, who apologized for breathing too loudly, who stared at him.
"I'm touching the grass. I'm actually touching the grass. I can't believe it."
He showed her the world, but freedom is painful when you've lived your whole life in fear. Rapunzel cried when grass touched her feet. She panicked at loud noises. She clung to Flynn like he was the only solid thing in the universe. But the more she saw, the more she realized Mother Gothel got one thing right. The world was dangerous. People stared at her glowing hair. Some wanted to touch it. Some wanted to cut it. Flynn protected her, but he could not protect her from the truth waiting in the kingdom. The truth that shattered her. On the palace walls, Rapunzel saw a painting of a baby with glowing hair. Her. And standing beside the empty crib were two parents with grief carved into their faces. She collapsed. Flynn held her as she screamed. Gothel had not saved her. She had stolen her. The tower had not been protection. It was a cage. And the voice Rapunzel trusted all her life was a lie. Gothel found her. She always did. She begged, then threatened, then broke. "Everything I did was for you," she whispered. But Rapunzel finally saw the truth. Mother Gothel didn't love her. She loved the feeling of being needed. She loved control. Rapunzel let go of her fear. She cut her own hair, a single decisive slash. The magic died. Gothel's power vanished, and with it, so did she. Rapunzel reunited with the parents she never knew. She learned how to walk without fear, how to breathe without asking permission, how to live without walls. Some nights, she still wakes up reaching for chains that are no longer there. But every morning, she cuts another thread of the past and whispers to herself, "I am mine. Finally, I am mine."